we have difficulties.
Give me an example of this qualification.
Okay. For you to have an airworthiness surveyor, for example, you must have a degree. You must have an aircraft maintenance license. We're looking at 15 years experience on type, total, with other training that is difficult. But for people in that cadre, they're the highly paid engineers in the industry. Now to remove them and bring them to the industry and give them level 8 or level 9 or level 12, it doesn't commensurate with that at all. And on top of that, we now need to train them on all the regulatory issues, auditing systems and everything. There's a lot. We have an inspector training system that we laid out to qualify them. So it takes a long time for them to get qualified. So same with the pilot, the flight op inspectors, same with the cabin crew inspectors, same with the ground ops inspectors. They must have a license. There are conditions attached to them. Now, what we're also saying is, yes, we have young graduates outside there. We can bring them in. We can send them to the industry. We can give them all the training, the type training. It takes a long time to qualify them. However, experience is the best teacher. We want to go out now as an inspector. You want to inspect people outside. You have to be more qualified than them. You have to be more experienced or experienced as them. You're able to say, right, you're not doing this well or you're not doing this right. It's pilots too, they need to have type ratings, they need to have a lot of hours, on type, on this specific type they want to. So we have those qualifications. And apart from that, with the pilot, you need to now do a recurrency for them. They have to have proficiency currency, they have to have simulator currency. So it goes on and on like that. It's very expensive. But if you think training is expensive, try accident or incident. That is the slogan. So those areas, we are in compliance. We have some shortage or weakness. We have an approval for that, and those are the areas that we need to develop. We have written to the Honorable Minister with recommendations on how we can retain our inspectors.
Are we having the same problem with India, where the FAA actually said that they had more modern planes than inspectors who would inspect these planes?
Ours is not that, because we are on a massive recruitment right now. Hopefully we can afford, to give them the type of remuneration they want. Yes, we have inspectors here. We're lucky in Nigeria. We have inspectors. We have people who were trained by Nigerian Airways. We have people that were trained in America. We have people who were trained in UK, who have those backgrounds that we'll bring in. Yes, we're working on it. We've identified that is an area that's part of the checklist. There are two areas of the checklist. Apart from the attracting inspectors, the retention is always and then the remuneration compared with the industry is also on the checklist. Critical element number 5 is the technical guidance. We have what we call technical guidance materials. What we have documents written to guide the inspectors on how we're going to certify an airline, how we issue AOC, how we issue AMO, Aircraft Maintenance Organization, licensing, personnel licensing, everything is in the TGM. So we've written that one, and that's part of the tools that aids the inspector in coming up, because we don't just walk up to memory. We have a standard so that every inspectors are working towards the same standard. So that is how we comply with that one. Then we have the critical element number 6, which is also very essential. That is licensing and certification obligation. Every job that is done in airline, you need a license. Either you want to run an aircraft maintenance organization, or you want to run an AOC, either for private category, or you want to carry passengers, or you want to do charter, or you want to do, anything you want to do. There are different categories that is highly regulated too, which we've met that one. And the certification obligation, you have to be certified. For you to operate an airline now, you need an air operator certificate. For you to maintain an aircraft now, a maintenance organization, you need to be certified. So that is a certification and recertification progress. And every 24 months, we have to go through the same. It expires. It reviews it so that we make sure that the same standard that we issued, the license to you, that standard is maintained. Although we have continuous monitoring to ensure that. Then we have the critical element, number 7, which is the surveillance obligation. So we do surveillance. I've told you about ramp inspection now. We do surveillance. We go out there. We're on top of it. Zero tolerance on safety. It's a no, no, no. There are certain issues that even if the airline belongs to me, that I wouldn't let it go. If you own an airline now and you're an inspector, there are certain things that affect safety that is a no, no. So we have continuous surveillance. Then critical elements number 8 is a resolution of safety concern. This resolution of safety concern is where we look at the industry, we look at violations. In our Part 2, we have, in our regulation, we have violations and we have sanctions. It depends on the extent of the violation. It could be a minor as giving you a warning. We could fine you as a form of sanction. We could even give you criminal prosecution if the nature of your job offense is critical. So we go out from the surveillance, we get out these violations. And that is to keep all the airlines on the toe.
Now that the exercise is over, are you sure that we will retain the Category 1?
One thing that the way the whole FA Category 1 thing is set up is the auditors are always sent here to audit. They cannot make any comments. Actually, they're not in a position to make any comments. What they do is they come here, they do the audit. Within 10 days, they have to submit the report of their audit to the administrative department, to their superiors, and they backed up. That is their job complete.
So what goes on from there for the
It's out of their hands. So within the next 50 days, they have to write to us with a compliance. I understand that a higher level team will have to come to Nigeria, or we have to go to them. We have to sit together and they have to discuss the areas of like a high level debrief. They have to tell us what areas we have done well, which areas they want us to do. And from there, they will also give us another 60 days to comply with whatever they want to say.
This exercise that Nigeria has gone through is expected to shape the future of aviation in Nigeria, strengthen its safety oversight capability, and the outcome, of course, will determine whether Nigeria holds on to this coveted certification or not. It's on this note that we call it a day on this edition. Please do reach us on our feedback platform. I'm Bukola Joe-Oketunmbi. Remember, safety is aviation's greatest watchword.